All right, well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Down. Well, I stopped last night for a few moments and stuff. I guess I can come on here and bring a little bit of clarification on what I was saying the other day. Well, there was a representative that stood up in the House chamber going over this so-called, quote-unquote, COVID stimulus package or stimulus bill. And I agree with him. One of the first statements that he made is that the swamp is back. And I agree with him wholeheartedly because the one thing that he highlighted and detailed in this bill that's over 500 and something pages long, which I think should literally be read to the general public so that the public itself can see exactly what's going on, because once the Democrats got back in office, it's business as usual. Nancy Pelosi has also stuck in his bill over $140 million for a subway in her district, a subway to be put up in her district. And they hide behind that this is a COVID-19 relief package and stuff, but what it is it's government subsidies given out to the people in a very small portion, while all their friends, their constituents, and everybody else who takes care of them, you take care of them, I'll take care of you. They all getting taken care of by the tunes of millions upon billions of dollars. And the people, and then they want to put out a dog and pony show as if they're really concerned about the people getting paid and getting some money when it's nothing but just pennies. And every time I look at this particular script getting paid over and over and over again, it reminds me of the rich people and the peasants. I mean, really, it's sad. And then the people are groveling over just whether they are going to give them some of their future earnings anyway. Now, yesterday, to give a little bit more clarity on that bill or what I was speaking about yesterday, Joe Biden has knocked out 17 million people from actually getting paid on this stimulus bill right here. And that's 17 million people less than what Donald Trump had allowed to get paid or to receive some stimulus. And it's gone down from $2,000 stimulus that started actually with Donald Trump, and then they went down and now they went down to $1,400. Joe Biden lied because Joe Biden is the one who said 2,000 as well. He agreed to it. And then next thing you know, here we are. Excuse me. Here we are, sitting here again, another failed promise of the Democrats to give us or give the general public pennies in an economy that is past life support. It's almost getting ready to pass away. I've been around. I've seen death before, and that's exactly what this economy looks like. Now, in the midst of all this, there are a lot of governors that are sick and tired of the dog and pony show. They're sick and tired of the rhetoric. They're sick and tired of everything that's going on, all the lies, all the theater. They're sick and tired of the double standard that's not only happening on their side. Now the Republicans are starting to do the same thing that they learned from the Democrats, and they're starting to do things to hit below the belt. Now Joe Biden is hollering for unity, bipartisanship. And I don't see any of that going on. All I see is Mr. Executive ruling by executive order. And then what's going to happen when the next Republican president gets in? And that's what's going to happen, because you know just as well as I do, that's what happens: Republic, Democrat, Republic, Democrat, Republic, Democrat, Republic, Democrat. And that's what takes place. Well, not only, I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get rid of every single one of those executive orders and start writing new ones, because they done set a new precedence and a new norm. And this is what they call politics of today. But not only that's going to take place, not only that's going to happen, but you know, the Democrats, the way things are going right now, or the Democrats, it's showing that they're going to probably lose the midterm elections. Not only are they going to lose the midterm elections, they got 2 years back to back of electoral cycles that they're getting ready to lose. And the Republicans look like they may be in the majority for a very, very long time, simply because all these promises that they ran on, it hadn't even been a good 30 or 40 days, and they have reneged on almost every single one of them. And there's no way you can justify this. I've been looking around waiting for people to Show me how they're going to spend Joe Biden not giving 17 million people part of the stimulus, while other people in other countries get paid our money. Other companies get paid our money, because make no mistake about it, it ain't the government's money. The government cannot produce anything. The only thing they can do is take. And when they're talking about giving out this stimulus money and borrowing from the future, that's exactly what they're doing. They're borrowing from us children's future. And that's what a lot of American public don't understand. They're not giving us anything. And every single time that they print more money like this, the prices of goods and services go up. Have y'all seen the prices at the gas pump lately? I mean, have you literally seen the prices at the gas pump? It is off of the proverbial chain. A few years ago, we'd have been raising hell over gas prices being $3.35, $3.50. I'm talking about premium gas. And the jump between regular and super is just unbelievable. It's astronomical. So, again, I'm going to preach the same thing I always preach over on my Patreon channel. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of it so that I hope that you'll be able to get it. Listen, this country has literally forsaken its populace, its public. It don't care nothing about you. It don't care nothing about your families. It don't, listen, there's a us and there's a them. And the us is the people that are all up in office and stuff who still have their jobs along with the news media. And then there's a them. The them is all the American public out of which they make their paycheck and they get their money through taxes, high taxes. And Joe Biden has done raised the tax on capital gains, I think, from like 27% to 42%. I can go on and on and on what he has just done at a stroke of the pen. And you know he's not cognitive to really truly know what's going on, but he is part of the problem and has been part of the problem since he's been in the swamp for the last 50 years. But you think about this for a second. Man, they haven't done anything that they said that they were going to do except take jobs from the American public. Not only have they taken jobs, and there's so much concern about COVID-19 that they open up the borders down there and stop the border wall. Just the stuff is just laying there on the ground now, thereby taking more jobs. Well, Texas governor, Mississippi governor, and a lot of other governors, I think 16 of them has already joined the fray. They're no longer going to restrict their people from being Americans and exercising their constitutional rights of liberty. They're no longer going to have any government mandates that's going to be enforced by the Gestapo. And tell the people they're opening up completely, 100%, and you pick and choose whether you're going to wear a mask. Now, I heard somebody, a business owner, it was a black lady. She's a business owner. She owns a hair and nail salon. And she says, well, I can tell you one thing. Ain't nobody coming in my business without a mask, and ain't nobody coming in my business without sanitizing their hands. And don't worry about it. Her business getting ready to fail within itself. Because we all see that according to what they report, that the COVID numbers are down. And now I sit and watch the Dog and Pony Show. The other day I was at home. And I looked and I flipped back from the channel. I have YouTube TV, all right? I have YouTube TV so I can flip easily back and forth the channel from CNN to Fox. And I just so happened to catch them both speaking at the same time about this COVID thing. And they had that Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is, they had him on. He was saying one thing, and I've seen him flip-flop 1,000 times on issues. Then you go to Fox, they was saying that the numbers were saying this. And then you go, who to believe? So when you go in, you type in Google, and you go read exactly who was telling the truth, and it come to find out again that Fox News was telling the truth on this issue. So what's the issue? What's the trouble? What's the problem? Well, anyway, the states are no longer going to have it anyway. They're not taking it anymore. They're just not. Governor Abbott down in Texas, we're opening up completely. They already been decimated and stuff. The economy will literally almost be destroyed because they've already missed out on so much time. And then that ice storm came. They missed out on a hell of a lot more time. And people's livelihood has been uprooted and destroyed. They got a lot of work to do down there in Texas this year, and that's the only way they're going to get it done. So I think what we're going to do now is sit back with our popcorn, and we're going to see exactly what happens, because Alabama is opening up next month. Tennessee is opening up this weekend. We've got the red states versus the blue states. And so the unity that Joe Biden kept touting over and over and over again is disunity. It's not going to happen. There will never be a chance that we're going to see under the particular administration, not only this, with the amount of whatever we have in office right now, senators or House of Representatives. The only way we can fix this as the American public is by getting rid of every single one of them. I mean, having a clean sweep, because right now, the only thing they care about is what they want. That's it. We don't live in the 60s no more, where Democrats and Republicans could actually get together and then do that which is right and do that which is best for the country. This is all about you against me. This is all about me getting what I want. I mean, it's bad. It's really, truly bad. And American people, all you get is the short end of the stick. So I'm not sure that voting is ever going to be the solution. I think that we ought to push for the Libertarian Party to get access ballot and get on there. And for those of you people, like I said before, who wonder why I continue to keep talking about politics in certain areas, I made plenty of statements about that in the past. But don't worry about it. I see the reason why that many of you are blind and don't even have direction on what to do, because you simply believe that you're the sum of all wisdom and epitome of all righteousness, and you don't realize when you ignore information and stuff that is always to your detriment. So, hey, listen, invest in yourself. Save this money. They are expecting all the money that hasn't been circulating in this economy. They're expecting for you. The government is. They're expecting for you and I to go out here and run up the credit cards. They're expecting for you to run all this money we've been sitting on and stuff, for those of us who may have a little bit of money, and go put it into the economy, because it opens up and stimulates. When I keep telling you, what you should do is starve the beast and pay yourself. I mean, you should get a wood stove. I'm going to tell you again, the basics. Get your own little simple home. Get a wood stove. Store up wood. Store up food. Store up good clean water. Have access to good clean water, and learn how to live simple and get out of this quagmire, this mess, because the America that you knew once before is dead, and it is gone. That's the truth. And that's the truth straight way.